Hello and welcome back to another video on SW Fight Hub. We're going to be talking about the video that surfaced last night of Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois clashing at the media day roundtable that they were doing. Kind of a face-off. Eddie Hearn was sat by AJ and Frank Warren was sat by Daniel Dubois. Effectively, Daniel Dubois said that they could do this now. I think Adi Oladipo was mediating and he goes, both of you say that you're ready to do this right now. And then Dubois said that to Joshua. Joshua took that as a sign of disrespect. And then Daniel Dubois says, who do you think you are? I'm not going to bow down to you, essentially. Then AJ got off his seat, said he'd hit him around the face with his chair. And then they kind of had to be separated. But it was good to see, actually. I think it's incredibly good news for Daniel Dubois. The fact that many have tried and many have failed before to get in Anthony Joshua's head. You're looking at being around about 3 months out from September the 21st, and he's already managed to kind of rattle AJ. I think AJ just saw it more of as a sign of disrespect than anything. But if I'm Don Charles, Kieran Farrell, his dad, anyone who's part of Daniel Dubois' team, I'm saying that during fight week, you need to stick it right on AJ because, if we can get AJ any sort of emotional and fighting a bit more recklessly, then that plays into Daniel Dubois' hands completely. We haven't really seen AJ with that kind of reaction since he was fighting Dominic Breazeale or when he was having the press conferences when he was scheduled to fight Jarrell Miller. Obviously, we all know what happened with that one. But really, really interesting developments. I thought we might get, a little bit more respect going on there. But, Daniel Dubois is definitely carrying himself with a lot more confidence now. He's beaten a couple of much better fighters in Jarrell Miller and Filip Hrgovic in his last fight. So he's carrying himself further. We watched the 5 versus 5 press conferences and weigh-ins. When he was interviewed, he was swearing. He was, I'm here to kill. And he's definitely trying to get a bit more edge about his working out. And all credit to him. I think it's going to work and help Daniel Dubois. It looks unnatural. It's definitely not coming from a natural place, but he's clearly, has people around him, or he's clearly working on something internally for himself that, he knows he needs to be more intimidating, knows he needs to, get better on the mic because, he's a man of very, very few words before, but, it's actually very encouraging and very good to see for Daniel Dubois. And, his team have to take real, positivity from that, the fact that they could rattle AJ so much because it's not a side of Anthony Joshua that we see very often at all. So I'm very intrigued to see, what comes of this, say, come fight week, because obviously this took place before the press conference, and the press conference was pretty subdued, to be honest. You wouldn't have even been able to tell that it took place before that. Obviously we'd heard about it, and Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren had given interviews and kind of told us about this. And, all of us were sat there with the popcorn ready, waiting to see the press conference. And then, we get to the press conference and it was, incredibly subdued. We have to wait almost half an hour to get a word out of AJ or Daniel Dubois, to which they're given about 2 minutes and the press conference concludes. Very poor press conference in my eyes. They had a golden nugget that had happened, an hour probably or so before it. What you want to do is you want to get the mic straight into their face and you want to, continue, round 2 from what happened there. But anyway, that's for another day. So yeah, that's my initial reaction to the clash with AJ and Dubois at the round table before the press conference. I think it's good news for Daniel Dubois and his team. Although it didn't look overly natural to him, to get AJ biting, to get him, in that mood. It could be terrible news for him come fight night if AJ's in destructive form. But yeah, overall, you probably can't read too much into it. I know it's great promotion, it's good TV, but didn't seem to be too much bad blood in it at the press conference afterwards or anything like that. So, we'll see what happens at fight week. If I'm Dubois and his team, I'm going to try and stick it right on AJ again. I'm going to try and rattle him because clearly they have something there that, Dubois does have the ability to ruffle AJ's feathers, shall we say. So, yes, that's the reaction on my end from the clash between AJ and Dubois at the press conference. Please subscribe to the channel, guys. Really appreciate all the support, and we'll catch you next time.